welcome to this week's video. My name's Linda Gaio. Today we're going to be taking a look at trait 35, which is change and progress. This trait brings with it the desire to feel, to experience new things. In actual fact, it craves new experiences, the opportunity to dive into something that you haven't done before and to experience what that's all about. The mastery that comes with this trait is not the same as the mastery that we talked about when we dealt with trait 16. Trait 16 was about repetition and constantly repeating something over and over again until you gain mastery. The mastery that we see here on this side in the 35 is about only having experiences once and having as many experiences as possible. And this is where the mastery comes in. It's about the number of experiences as opposed to repeating one experience. So I really like the analogy between these two traits that Ra shared, which was somebody who has 35 would have tried to play maybe 10 or 15 different instruments over their life, whereas somebody who had the 16 would just play one. So if you were going to ask somebody which is the best instrument to learn, speaking to somebody with the 35 would give you an answer across multiple different instruments and more likely help you to align to the one that's best for you. Whereas if you ask the 16, well, they've only spent time mastering one instrument, so naturally they'll just tell you that the instrument that they're playing is the best because that's the one they know. Now, this need or this desire to have new experiences can potentially be a pressure that people can make decisions from. There's so much of a craving to experience and jump into the exhilaration and the thrill of something new that you can bypass your decision-making strategy and do something that's potentially not correct for you. When you enter into these experiences correctly, there is a key element here that one needs to pay attention to. You're here for the experience, not any expectation of what the experience will lead to or what it will bring. And if you can just go through all these different experiences, be in the experience, have the joy and the exhilaration of this new thing, then when you come to the other side of the experience, what it is all about is reflection. So you reflect back on the experiences that you've had, and from that you gain some type of wisdom or insight or some type of knowledge. And this is where you get to share your wisdom from having had the experiences. But in the experience itself, there isn't necessarily any insight or wisdom. There's just being in the experience. One may assume that if you can enter into a new experience, you will feel satisfaction. However, because there's going to be this constant craving or need or desire for the feeling of a new experience, the satisfaction cannot come in the experience itself, but rather comes afterwards once one has had the opportunity to reflect back. So if you feel like, well, I just need to do this thing, I just need to have this experience and then I'm going to feel totally satisfied, you're going to find yourself wanting at the end of it because you're going to be wanting to move on to the next experience, and so it will go on and on and on. When we're thinking about a business perspective, this is a great week to introduce new experiences that perhaps your team or your staff or the people in your work environment haven't tried before, because they will be open to something new, something potentially very different from a repetitive pattern of something they've done before. The other thing I'd recommend is if you do introduce new experiences this week and give the space and the capacity for people in your team to have new experiences, that maybe at the end of this week, once this trait is over, to have them to go back and reflect on those experiences, and then you can draw the wisdom from everybody around those experiences that they've had. One thing you may want to do this week is, for example, some kind of a team building exercise or event where everyone goes to do something that they've never tried before or have done before. And because we've got this energy around at the moment for everyone to experience, the possibility of people wanting to have new experiences will be there. So as you're thinking about this trait this week, I'd ask you to have some awareness around whether you're feeling pressured to jump into a new experience, and always remember to go back to your decision making strategy to check in on that. Also enter into any new experiences that are going to come your way with no expectation, because this is really where the gold lies, is in just being in the experience for the experience. Remember, this is it's linked to in an emotional channel, and so you may experience some ups and downs that come with this energy, and just learn to ride the wave of that. Try to collect experiences and then reflect on them this week. Don't try to repeat anything. You don't want to be doing something over and over again here, because that's going to feel quite frustrating with this energy around. And then once you've collected all these different experiences, then have this reflection and sharing of the wisdom that you've gained from them. Just this week is such an opportunity for us to just be in the experience for the experience, and I'd highly recommend doing that. I feel that overall in our lives, the more that we can be in the present moment, in the now moment, allows us to be in the experience for the experience. Many of us, when we're doing a task or when we've got something to be done in our lives, we're always looking to the end. We're always wanting to get to the end of something. It's almost like this sense of completion. However, this week's just about being in something for the sake of being in it, just to be in it. And I'd love to hear your stories about what shows up for you and what experiences you manage to get up to, something different that maybe you've never tried before. And if you want to stay updated with the videos that I release each week, so that you can get a little bit more insight into what's going on with the transits, then please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Enjoy your week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.